and fellow space adventurers, and welcome to another episode of
MNmaxed in Space!
Brought to you by the subscribers of our Patreon. Because of you, we are able to keep this show going. And now a recap of Session 9. After blowing up the Sungeon like badasses, our crew returns to the Artifact Divers HQ building. However, they do so to find that there are some uninvited guests. A gang of FEO thugs and a giant fucking purple dinosaur attack. The combat is absolutely insane, with Mr. Bubbles being Boba Fett with his jetpack and grenade launcher, Varican sniping, Vale driving his vehicle like a madmouse, while Kirsch fights for his life in the backseat. In the end, they are victorious, and in their wake, they leave a great deal of property damage and a very splattered purple dinosaur.
This is where we walk up and be like, okay, we'd like our deposit back. Our stuff's just like shredded.
Well, I'd also like to say that there is now a vehicle out front of your building.
Not our building.
Benzie, did you want those batteries?
Out in front of the HQ.
I'm sure that's the guards.
I'm pretty set on...
They're not really worth selling, so you might as well take them.
Okay.
No, what I'm saying is these guys had a vehicle that they came in.
Oh shit.
Aha.
So what kind of vehicle?
It's got like a fucking FEO bumper sticker on it.
Oh, beautiful.
So the vehicle, of course, you're not going to have any of the registration or anything, so it's going to be difficult to sell. You probably have to sell it through the black market, or you could potentially take it to Barry.
I was going to say, take it to Barry and have him part it out.
Have him part it out.
Have him, what's it called when they change everything?
Squibbed.
Squib.
Yep.
That's right.
So some authorities would arrive and ask you what the hell is going on.
I'm going to flash my steward's badge. Oh, sir. Here with the stewards. We were attacked by these thugs.
Made a hell of a mess.
Unfortunately for everybody involved, yes. I say as I use token spell to clear little bits off of Sherry while I'm talking to this guy.
What on the sun is this thing?
Oh, this specialty vehicle.
No, the big purple thing that's on it.
That. Oh, I don't know. Big purple dinosaur thing. Look at the butt tentacles.
Very strange.
Can Kirsch make a life science check to see if he knows what it is?
Sure, of course.
27.
Oh yeah, you absolutely know what it is. It is called a fucking, what was it? Nysolora. Nyssholora. So yeah, look that up. So
adult or juvenile?
Juvenile. So they would check your credentials, call it in, and get the all clear. Probably take a little while. They'd take statements from you for their records, and then they'd call in like homicide to tape things off and collect the bodies.
We definitely looted the bodies before that, though, right?
Yes. And it'd take a while, but everything would get taken care of. And
Kirsch, when that guy asks like what it is, Kirsch will go into a really long-winded explanation about it. Like, well, you see, among the most feared and deadly apex predators, a Nysolora is a dinosaur-like monster that stalks the wilderness. And he'll just like go on and on. And the guy will be like, I shouldn't have ever fucking done that.
I love it. That is perfect.
Did the other body in the innocent bystander, did that have anything else on it?
You're gonna loot the fucking workers. Jesus.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I suppose during all of this, Milton and Archie would come back.
Oh, okay, then I don't want to
discover that two of their friends were killed by these murderers.
And they stole everything.
Those bastards.
Was it Milton and what's his name again?
Milton and Archie. Milton
Archie's
Squires and Archie Featherstone.
Archie, that's right. Archie, I'm very sorry for your loss. The loss of your friends.
Thank you. We'll try and find a way to get through.
I hope that we could consider each other friends.
Yes, absolutely.
Good. We're going to leave you now. Have fun with the authorities, and I wish you a good day.
Well, goodbye, adventurers. It was an interesting day. Few days.
That it was.
If you go talk to Mr. Bubbles, I'm sure he'll pay you back for the hole he made in the wall.
He looks at Mr. Bubbles.
I fucking glare at Verican.
He looks back at you, Verican. He looks at
I'm just kidding. No one gives a fuck about that wall.
and he walks away.
Well, that was fun, gang. How about we all hop back in the sheriff and we fly back to the hypermarket, do some shopping, and then head back to the ship, yeah?
If we want to either hang out in the temple area for a night or head back to the ship, I'm fine with either, because I need a chance to decode this data.
I think the best option would be for us to return to the ship for the evening.
Come on, Captain. We're in the nightlife now.
Well, Verican, what do you have in mind?
You know, we deserve a little bit of R&R off of the ship is all I'm saying. You know, don't worry, I'll decode the computer stuff and we'll figure out what exactly is going on. But we maybe deserve a little bit of a celebration. We just destroyed another Eoxian lab.
That's true. We are pretty cool. All right. I'll go grab some water and turn it into something palatable.
Dude, I feel like bartenders would not like that.
Oh, they fucking hate
it.
Sure, if you want to go find a place to hang out, you absolutely can.
Wasn't it the area with all the Lashuntas? That was like the seedier area, I guess.
Oh, if you want to go there, you can. Sure,
There's
that
a
would be
map.
Asana Town, but that's just like all Ashunta. I don't even know if you'd be able to be loud in there. There's the Scintillatrix. That sounds scintillating. Oh, never mind. It's all about Desna.
Oh, well, count me in, David.
Solar University, Radiant Cathedral, Pleasure Domes.
There
we go. Hell yeah.
Knew it had a catchy title.
That is catchy.
High-end spas to casinos.
That sounds expensive.
Vestrani Gaming Complex.
I mean, to be fair, I only have like 258 credits.
Yeah, Bubbles changes his mind and goes to his room when he realizes that going out is going to cost money.
How about just one?
He has 3 credits.
How about we
You have
find
these
3 credits?
I have 3 credits. I'm gonna go polish my grenades.
That sounds like that should happen in the Pleasure Dome.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about we go find some hotel bar, grab some drinks, talk about our successes, and then head back to the ship.
Yeah, I like that idea. I like that way better than not doing anything.
I'd say you'd definitely be able to find places to do that for anything from like 10 credits for the evening up to thousands of credits for the evening.
Oh, I'm sure.
How about let's go 40 credits and I'll buy.
That'd be pretty nice. I bet you could get yourself a nice meal and several rounds of decent drinks.
Is that 40 credits for everyone or a piece?
Yeah, I was thinking 40 credits a piece. I mean, you could do 40 credits for everyone and probably wouldn't be quite as nice.
Yeah.
Bubbles is polishing his grenades. He doesn't like owing people money.
I'm already gonna cover it. It's part of it's your boss taking you out to lunch
Captain duty.
and saying, no, I got this.
All right. I kind of like that.
One time every 2 years.
Yeah.
Those of you who choose to go out and have a good time on the town, do so.
Are we like recognized on like the news or shit, like the Dome News 47 or some shit?
No, I would say not.
Dome 47.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
It's got a ring to it. Dome 47. After a couple of drinks, I decide that maybe we should go to a spa. Maybe we should go to a spa. Yeah, we'll go to a spa and let's go get Bubbles. The scales look like they could use a good peeling.
Okay, so you go find a spa in the Pleasure Dome. It's a lush. The Pleasure Dome is filled with lush, verdant forests, so it's very naturey. But then, of course, there's high technology places to go. You can go find a spa where they like nibble on your feet with little fish, hot stone massages.
Do hot stones do anything to your carapace that I need to be concerned about?
No, I think that should be fine.
Well, then let's go get a hot stone massage.
You two going ahead. That'll definitely make me have a stroke.
Oh, right. I suppose I should have been more concerned about the otter. Maybe hot, relaxing things isn't this group's vibe, maybe except for Bubbles here. I just wanted to take everybody to, out to a spa.
Spa day.
Yeah, let's have a drunken spa night. We've already had a couple of drinks. Pleasure Dorm's gonna let us do that at any hour of the night. It's like 1 a.m. We're all a little drunk.
I think it'd somehow be terrifying to see a medium-sized otter in a robe, like a nice fucking kimono robe. Like, hey guys.
Though, don't forget, he definitely tries to keep his gun on him in the robe too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Forget about that.
Can I try that?
Well, doesn't you got like cheek pouches? You can hold on to anything for somebody.
Oh, absolutely. But
I don't know if you can fit my new fucking railgun in your mouth.
Oh, that sounds so bad.
You want to test that, Benzie?
You can't fit this gun in your mouth. I guarantee it.
I don't think you can fit 2 whole bolt, can you, buddy?
I mean, no. I have my hand in my mouth. No, I don't think I could do that. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine after the spa day, we have somebody taxi us back to the ship. We all pass out drunkenly on the ship, and then in the morning, Vale wakes up as early as he possibly can, gets another cab to go pick up the Cherav, and still maybe a little drunk, drives the Cherav back to the ship.
Man, hope you don't get pulled over.
Yeah, me too. Want me to make a piloting check? It has autopilot.
You take a -2.
Oh shit!
Can't even turn autopilot on, right?
Oh no.
Before we pass out, can Verican check out some of the logs for the Yoxian embassy? Because I feel like once he's pretty good and drunk, he'd want to check out a few of those logs just to see what they have.
From the embassy or from the
lab, the factory. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's tons and tons of data. What kind of information do you want?
Control F the whole folder structure.
Yeah, Control
What's your keyword?
Let's see. I want to look for other laboratories, but I don't know how to find that. Maybe just the Control F laboratory. Maybe they're in alphabetical order, like laboratory A.
Sure.
Laboratory.
Factory.
Yeah, factory.
You go through and try and find a list of other factories. You are definitely able to find instances where other factories are mentioned, perhaps many. Without further investigation, it's hard to say how many, but it seems to be very specific that there aren't any locations listed.
They're on to us.
How about Control F specimens? Are there any other forms of, I don't know, creatures that they're producing, or is it just all those type of leeches?
Sure, go ahead and give me another computers check.
Are you doing this on your own?
Yeah, I'm drunk in my pool.
It's like leaning back in your hot tub and
right.
He told the party he was going to bed an hour ago.
Right.
I do like that you sleep in the pool room though on the ship.
Well, I mean, I'm a fucking otter, man. I feel like I should have a nice iceberg in the middle that I can just kind of hang out on. 22 for my computer's check.
Yeah, so as you go through, there is a lot of information about the drift leeches. It talks a lot about all the different things that they had to do to try and figure out how to make these factories work, the different capabilities of the drift leeches, and different drift leech variances. But you don't see anything about any creature other than drift leeches.
Okay. That's good. At least I only have that kind of one thing.
just different variants of it.
Right. What were the ones that we fought inside of the sun?
You didn't. None ended up coming out.
We blowed it all up.
Got to hit that self-destruct button first.
Does it say what laboratory name that was at all?
Yeah, for sure. It'd be referred to as the Sun Laboratory.
Okay. What variants were it making in there? Just fire variants, I'm assuming?
It talks a little bit about some different energy variances. Yeah, for sure, these suns would have had fire on them. Also, just like different powers. Different factories seem to be able to create different powers of the swarms, for lack of a better phrase, like different CR levels.
Okay. How about Control F deployment? Are they where were they looking to send these things once they had them?
So you can definitely find some information. Again, you're going to get just surface information here without spending a lot of time going through it. It definitely seems as though there are both smaller plans for testing and targeted attacks, but then also plans for much larger and significant attacks, even like potentially world-sized attacks.
Does it list any planets on there at all?
Not specifically, except for Eox, references as kind of like a home base.
Right.
You definitely find some references to the stewardship, the Endeavor.
Ooh. Can I Control F Endeavor? Does it say anything else in regards to that?
Absolutely. So when you do search for Endeavor, you find a lot of information about how this is going to be the first large-scale experiment with the drift leeches. They have created a super swarm of the drift leeches, planned the attack, planned the distress beacon that called the Endeavor to where they had the drift leech swarm, the super swarm, stationed, and as you witnessed, carried it out.
What about the yacht? So, like, what information on the yacht was there at all? Because I know that they planned to activate the distress beacon, whatever, but, like, is there anything significant about the yacht at all?
There is no information here about the yacht.
Okay. Well, that's all I have for the evening then, because, I mean, granted, this is a lot of information, I'm assuming, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, this is pulling the curtain back a bit.
Yeah, there's no fucking way I'm gonna finish this tonight. I'm going to bed. Fucking set it down, lock it with a passcode. Varigan is cool, and then go to bed.
Go to pool.
Yeah. I like that. Go to pool.
Was there anybody else who wanted to do anything for this evening?
Vale, most nights, will expend whatever remaining spell slots that he has, summoning in some of his pals from other realities. Shadow Wolf is one of them.
All right.
Comes and plays ball with them.
For a round?
For a round. I mean, no, now it's 4 rounds.
4 rounds. Ooh.
Since, I mean,
A whole 21 seconds.
Not swimming in
24.
spells here, but yeah, whatever spells, first level spell slots I have, I always like cast them at night, hanging out with my shadow puppy.
The most enjoyable 24 seconds of your day.
It really is, actually.
Then, if nothing else, the night would pass uneventfully, and it would be the next day.
I definitely kind of drunkenly, or like, in the cold light of day, remember what I just looked up and try to guess the password and get it incorrect 3 times. But, I remember this.
My immersion bends it.
Yeah. And then unlock that, and I definitely go up to the captain. So there's a lot that was kind of going on. I'll be honest, I took a peek at it last night, and we should definitely look over the data together, because there's a shitload in here, and it's going to be almost impossible to get everything unless we all kind of take a look at it.
Bill kind of rubs the sleep out of his eyes. Doesn't generally stay up that late and party anymore.
Captain, I have to say, though, your fur looks amazing right now.
Yeah, well, thank you. The hot soak really helped. Well, then to the bridge. I'm sure we'll already find Kershk there. And I knock on Mr. Bubbles' door as we pass in the hallway.
I open the door.
Come on, Bubbles, to the bridge.
I follow.
Who says you can't make this work, huh?
MNmaxed on the cutting edge of buffoonery.
Who says a mute person can't make good radio?
Yeah, who are you to bring us down?
Okay, so are you all going to kind of go over the information together?
Yeah, I think that's probably the smart move, because there's a fuckload of stuff.
There's going to be more stuff than you could go. I mean, it'd take a team of people a week to go over everything. Mm-hmm. But if the 4 of you want to go over it and try and find the most pertinent information. So, does somebody have physical science that would like to make a physical science check?
I'm guessing that's going to be Kershk. We will get a 19.
So, it might elude the rest of your crew. Certainly, it eludes your captain with a 12.
Yeah, it does.
But with a 19, even you, Kirsch, can't necessarily understand everything it's talking about. But you do understand that a large portion of this information is technical information about how to make these factories work, particularly a synchronization to the drift that they have to go through, that each one of them has to go through.
Each one of the
Factories.
factories has to go through?
Yep.
Okay.
A synchronization of drift. That can happen anywhere.
It's like the machinery has to be synchronized and paired with the drift.
Sort of like the drift beacons themselves?
Kind of like the drift beacons themselves, but being used in a way that's different than anything you've seen before.
And
we'll explain that to the captain.
And so far as I can tell, we've either triggered intentionally or unintentionally the destruction of the only evidence that we would have, or maybe not evidence is the right word.
Hold on.
Clues?
I mean, direct possibilities. My first question is how does one achieve something like that?
David, can I make like an engineering check to know if we could do a scan of the sun essentially and see if it gave off some sort of signal compared to like the one that we would have found that would have happened with the Endeavor? Like, because I'm sure some sort of scan picked up something, right?
Yes, so you found the sun factory was found by the stewards just pinging every installation and ship that they have, running a scan for signatures similar to what you found at the original factory. And this was the one that they found.
So the only one, or did we find other ones?
This was the only one. So yeah, you could make an engineering check.
Okay, because I'm trying to think if that would be possible, if like we could do, because they all have to sync up with the drift and activate like a drift beacon essentially.
Correct.
So could we run it as like a reverse drift beacon ping, I guess? I don't know.
Yes, and what I would say to that is, Kirsch, as you currently have the best understanding of how that signal would look, you could make either an engineering or a physical science check to enhance your system's abilities to be able to detect these things.
Okay. Definitely go with physical science for that.
Can I aid him with an engineering check?
Yes.
I succeed with 20.
All right, so you get +2.
Well, probably better off going with your roll. I got a 19 total.
So you are able to enhance your ship's abilities, your scanner's abilities to search for this specific type of unique signal. Verican, if you'd like to make an engineering check to try and run that scan. With your 17, Verican, you do not pick up any other signals with your ship scanners in its range, within their range, that have the same kind of signal.
Could I like essentially keep the scan going at all times though?
Sure, you could. Yeah, why not?
Could I give it a try, or give him a +2 with engineering?
Either, sure, either.
I'll give it a try myself.
Yeah, might as well.
No, I get the same result as he does. 17.
So you would not be able to make that check again until you spent more time deciphering the information from these documents.
I mean, if we didn't find anything, all we have left to do is decipher more information from these documents.
Right.
That's true, until you receive a communication from Commander Kuthari for Captain Vale.
Go ahead and put it up on the screen.
So it is again a hologrammatic message. Captain Vale, we have discovered another signature that resembles the drift factory that you have discovered. Both the one on the sun and the original one in the drift. This one, however, appears to be moving. It is currently within the diaspora. I am sending the coordinates to you. Interestingly, we can track this signal for quite some time. I suspect it may in fact be on a ship. I will send you all of the history of the coordinates.
Is this a two-way communication or a recording?
That would have just been a recording.
Okay.
And you receive those coordinates, where they're at currently, and where they have been as far as Kuthari was able to track them.
What system did you say it was in?
The diaspora.
Can I control F diaspora on the logs?
Yeah. So, it's space Skulls and Shackles. It's where the pirates be. It's a national.
Oh, okay. Man, I all of a sudden have like a feeling that this is definitely a trap.
Suddenly?
Yeah, because it seems really, I mean, you know, metagaming aside, it feels really convenient that we're just looking it up and now, like, you know, Commander Kuthari couldn't, and we just essentially got stumped where we had to take some more time to look at it. Because they know that we have this information now, so they could set up something for us. But
Well, do they know? Did I communicate that with Commander Kuthari?
I do not believe you have communicated that you have obtained this information with anybody.
I see. American, did Kuthari send any sort of signal identifier for this ship for the location? Kirsch, do you see anything of that signature in this communication? I'm looking to see, she sent coordinates, but they said they've been scanning the signals. We just figured out that we could modify our own ships to scan those signals.
Yes.
Can we see if it matches the signals that they're about to send us?
Ah, yes. Sure. Yeah. Engineering or life science check from anybody?
18 for engineering. Nice.
22 life science.
Yeah, absolutely. The signature that you have received from Kuthari does appear to match the Drift Leech factory signature you recognize.
How do they have scans out in the diaspora to pick this up? Look through the history. When did they pick this up?
You are able to go over this, and absolutely the signals do match. What it looks like is that the signal was picked up in the diaspora, and then the signature of that ship was tracked to the different places that it has been. So it looks like somebody would have discovered the drift leech signal on this ship in the diaspora, and then backtraced the records of where that ship had been. You would think, Verican, that it looks very, very neat with that check of 23.
What do you mean by neat? Like,
Like gift wrapped with a bow on it? Is that what you mean?
That's what I mean.
okay. Captain, if we look at the signals for this, it definitely looks too good to be true. I mean, I know that we managed to find this one and they were still a little bit unsuspecting of it, but now that they clearly know that we can find these, this is definitely given to us in a silver platter. So if we go into this is definitely going to be some sort of trap.
Interesting.
If it's a ship, we
But
can
who
just blow it
sets
out of the
trap?
sky.
That's true.
Or space, not sky.
If there's a trap, who would spring the trap? Would it be the FEO? Or would it be somebody else? Kirsch, thoughts?
I would assume it'd be the FEO trying to get rid of us.
Bubbles, thoughts?
I shrug.
Berrigan, I see your suspicions.
Did the signal that we just got sent from Commander Kuthari match her regular transmissions that she does to us?
Why don't you give me a computer's check on that?
I will continue to aid.
Woo! 19 on the die for a 31.
Fuck. That was deep faked. That is absolutely a deep faked Kuthari message.
Okay. Yeah, Captain, this is definitely not sent from Kuthari, and this is a pretty obvious trap. I mean, granted, I'm a genius, but this...
Well, Berrigan, first it sounded like it could have been outlandish, but then you provided proof. Well done.
Space boy.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Sure, Benz, you get a space point on that.
Yeah,
I'd give you a
right.
space point if I had that power.
Thanks, Captain.
We should decide whether or not we want to intentionally spring this trap, or leave it to float through the diaspora.
Well, we don't know if this could still definitely be a factory, though.
That's true.
Definitely a trap, but it's laid out for us in a point that we pretty much have to take it. But, kind of like throw his feet up on the computer and be like, but I'm not the captain, so I don't have to make these type of decisions.
I think that I'm going to go get us some donuts and some coffee. I'm going to contemplate the information. And Kirsch, Verican, would you do me a favor? Would you, while I'm gone, see if you can find a different target to aim the Zuriel at? Maybe we respond to this message with a Affirmative. And then aim the Zuriel someplace else. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone here.
We can certainly look. Oh, and Captain?
Yes, sir.
Gluten-free, please.
Okay. Right. Close up the data pack gluten.
Oh, very good. Very good.
I'm so immersed right now. It's just painful. It's hurting me right now.
It's going to take me 45 minutes because the first 2 donut shops I go to are like, gluten-free. Get out of here. So I'll be gone for a little bit.
Are there gluten-free donuts? I guess there must be.
It's gluten-free.
I mean, it's gluten-free everything. It's just probably not quite what you would consider a donut.
Probably not.
All right. Yes, you are able to find gluten-free donuts and some coffee.
So what checks do we need to make to try to find another target?
Yeah, I would say we probably need to spend the rest of the day studying the information in the documents, and then the next day I'd let you make another check.
Okay.
So I'm assuming Captain would get back, and we would just kind of be like, well, you still don't fucking know shit. So,
well,
you see it's like pouring over notes and stuff.
It looks like Charlie from It's Always Sunny with the maps laid out there. Yeah, like the red yarn going from tack to tack. Like, I can't believe we haven't thought of a better system to go all out on.
So just a couple of questions. Would you do that staying where you're at, or would you start going somewhere?
I would say that we're going to set course towards the Diaspora in a meandering sort of way. How far to the Diaspora from where we are?
Within the system, it's always 1d6 days.
I don't like that. I want to make it 1 day or 6 days.
If you're going through the drift.
Oh, I'm not going through the drift.
Oh, well then it's forever.
Sweet. Let's just start heading that direction.
Heading there, not through drift travel. All right.
Just get our heading
just
going.
Just so we're moving.
And give us some time.
Isn't it
sure,
6 days from... It's 1d6 days to Absalom Station, then it's 1d6 days from wherever...
So
Absalom Station?
It's always 1d6 days to Absalom Station because Absalom Station functions as the most powerful drift beacon in the universe.
Yeah.
And I believe within the Pact World systems, it's always 1d6 days no matter from where to where.
If you're like in system already, it's...
Yeah, okay.
Yep. But if you start going out of system, that's when it starts to change.
Okay.
If you're traveling with normal thrusters, it fluctuates based on the relative position of those planets' positions at the time of travel, which makes sense, but you're on the sun. So we're going to say it would be 6 days travel.
A sun.
Yes, you're on the sun of the Pact Worlds. 6 days travel to reach the Diaspora under normal thrusters.
Okay. Well, let's set that heading then. And during that time, we have comms, I would assume.
Yes. That time will not pass uneventfully.
No. I understand. But before we actually get out and hit, we're going to have Verican, can I have you actually cut our comm system during the travel?
That was going to be my other question. Are you going to relay any of the information that you've gathered to any other sources?
Not as of yet.
Yeah, we definitely shouldn't tell them about that. We know that it's a trap.
We shouldn't talk. We shouldn't communicate to the stewards at all at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We're going.
I mean, to us, it's like, oh, Commander Kuthari sent us a message. Let's just go.
And we want whoever sent us the message to think we think it's Commander Kuthari.
Can I do a check to see if there's anything like on our ship that's giving off a different signal than it has before? Like if we have I don't know.
Oh yeah, look to see if we're being tracked too,
like a
tracking beacon or anything.
Sure.
25 total. I put all my ranks into engineering and computers this past level, so
we needed it.
Yeah,
badly. I like this idea, American. Bubbles go within to make sure that if there are any stowaways, that they're easily disposed of.
I go do that.
Verican, with your 25, you do not detect any anomalous signals.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah, can we do a quick search around the ship?
Sure, absolutely.
Go through it kind of room by room and just check everything out.
Absolutely. Perception checks then.
I'm not the right person to go.
You're not there to make perception checks.
15 for American.
I rolled a 15 and got a 14.
Jesus.
You don't discover anything.
Captain, it looks clear, but I mean, these Eoxians were pretty good if they could fake something like that and send it to us, so we should still be on our guard.
Cut the comms, head toward the coordinates given, and let's keep looking into this.
So, do we want to just say we move to the next day so we can remake those checks?
Yeah, assuming nothing else happens.
Yep.
All right. So then go ahead and give me either engineering or physical science checks to run your scanners again.
You just want to roll them separately, Swanee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
That's pretty solid.
we took yesterday's failures and turned it around.
So we've got a physical science from Vale of 27, a physical science from Kirsch of 28, and an engineering from Verican of 26. We also got a physical science from Mr. Bubbles of 2, and a computers of 4. And now he's rolling every skill he has, and they're all terrible.
Every one of them is a
Every single one is a -1. How is that possible?
Terrible.
I have 3 skills that are not 0 or -1. I can pilot okay.
You're actually not bad at piloting.
Verican's like, yeah, he's a pretty bad pilot.
With those quite good checks all around, except for Mr. Bubbles, as you are going, you do pick up a signature that matches the drift leeches. Interestingly, this one's quite weak. It doesn't seem like it's a full-fledged factory, but it definitely does have that same drift leech signature.
Well, this is probably also a trap.
Oh, hold on now. Where is it?
Verican or Kirsch or anybody who would have looked at the information that Kuthari sent, give me just a wisdom check.
23.
Goodness.
I can't beat those, so
Mr. Bubbles gets an 18.
I've got a 12.
He gets a 12. Kirsch, as you're looking at these coordinates, you think, I just saw this. Where did I just see this? Oh, this was one of the coordinates specifically, like exactly, that the ship we're tracking had stopped at one point in its history, just a few days ago.
Like the ship that the, quote, Commander Kuthari sent us the coordinates on?
Yes, I should have told you. It is called the Cervantes.
Oh, the Cervantes.
Yep. This specific coordinate is on Castrovel.
Then it would seem to me that we have our bearing, head towards the location of the coordinates. And we must find a point as to which to break towards the Castrovelian signal.
So are you saying you want to head towards the Castrovel signal?
I'm trying to decide when. When do we cut?
Yeah, he's saying, is it possible to continue to go on the path that we're going? And then as soon as we are like at the closest we can be to Castrovel,
sure,
make a hard right.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, you can do that.
If we do that, then they're going to probably know that we know something's up.
They're gonna
That's why
pick
he
up
wants to
on
wait
it.
as long as possible.
Also, once we find out where that point is, and we'll have, our smart guys do the math. Will it be quicker if we get there? If we go there in the drift, we're gonna
I think in system it's pretty much all the same.
It's about all the same.
Yeah.
You roll a d6. So with how you're traveling now, what I'm going to say is that, so you've spent 1 day traveling, which means you have an additional 5 days to get to the Diaspora. And from here, it'd be 2 more days to get to Castrovel.
And how close to it is it on our path?
Let's roll a percentage.
Yeah, I just want to find out how much lead time are we going to be giving them that we're not going that direction.
Because it all depends on like just the relative position in their orbits.
I suppose the Diaspora makes that kind of difficult to pin down.
Well, yeah, just all of it does. So let's say I'm going to roll a percentage, and the percentage is how far off course you'd have to go to get to Castrovel. So if it's like a 1, that means you're 1% off course to get there. If it's 100, that means it's like going to double your amount of time to get there.
Interesting. Okay.
Because I don't have any better way to do it. So that's what I'm going to do.
Straight up.
34. So 34% off course. So what's 34% of the remaining 5 days that you have? So that'd be an additional 1.7 days.
So that means we'll be going on course until we make that mad dash. There's probably, I'm trying to think of like a decoy that we could keep sending on the path.
You don't necessarily know, but your characters would definitely know that those kinds of things exist. Yeah, I know I've read about them.
I would certainly know that we don't have one.
Like transmitter beacons.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Something that would transmit our location. Not necessarily transmit our location, but allow us to, turn the headlights off, if you will,
right
before we take that right turn to Castrovel.
Yeah, creating like a false warp signature, basically.
Yeah.
To use Star Trek terms.
I don't really know if that's not really possible, though, is it?
Sure, why not? This is fucking sci fantasy.
Okay, so it's possible. How do I do it within the rules, though, David?
Like if you think about a plane, it's got a tracker that's continuously setting out its position.
David does what he wants.
So what you do is you find out a way to deactivate your ship's transmitters, and then you replicate them with a beacon that just sends out the information that you want it to.
And just go straight.
Do we just grab a metal ball of scrap and have Eric can toss a bunch of transmitting electronics shit on it?
Put a bunch of computer shit on it. I would say that if you wanted
that direction,
you could rip them out of that new. Well, that's not even right. There's the UPB, the universal part. Shit, what is it? Whatever that everything's made out of. So I don't deal with that because I don't particularly like the mechanic of it.
The UPB.
The UPB, yeah. But essentially, yeah, you would be able to do that with the right checks. Universal polymer base.
Verican, could you build us a transmitter decoy like that?
Yeah, definitely be a combination of, I'd say, engineering and computer. Yeah, engineering or life science and computer checks.
30 for computers.
Goodness, okay.
And 24 for engineering.
Wow. Got a 28 with a net.
And I aid him on both.
Okay, so we've got a 32 for computer. So the first thing you're doing is replicating your ship's signal with these parts that you have. And with a 32, you are absolutely able to do that. And then you've got a 26 engineering to strap those to a beacon that sends off a signal. I don't think you're going to be able to put thrusters on this beacon and have it actually fly, but you could
just put the beacon on a thruster, right?
I mean, you could if you wanted, I guess, and just launch it off, give it a destination, and launch
it in a direction which, once it starts moving, should continue to go in that direction.
Sure. Yeah. With your engineering check of 26, you can absolutely make that happen. So cue the montage of Verican and Kirsch working together to pull off this engineering scheme to trick the people who are tracking you into believing that you are continuing on a certain course. And you put the thing in one of your torpedo bays and launch it out fucking successfully. Highly successful.
Well done, crew.
I feel like Verican's probably done this a few times before.
Very well may have. And then you guys are going to take the hard turn toward Castrovel?
Yep.
All right,
so it's going to go the rest of the trip.
Tokyo drift it and just fucking cut across.
Yep.
So it'll take 1.7 days to get there. So you cruise on over, and you're able to get to that place in Castrovel.
And at the speed we were going towards the Diaspora, we will reach here before we should have reached.
Oh, absolutely.
The Diaspora.
Yep. By a few days, yeah. By 3.5 days.
So they should hopefully still think we're on our way.
Okay, so this is on the continent called Ukulam, and it is in the Icall Expanse. And the Icall Expanse is an area of jungle. The intelligent species that inhabit here are largely Lashunta. This is the Lashunta and the Elven homeworld. But you're not going to the elf part. You're going to one of the Lashunta parts. You arrive to that location. You would, of course, be hailed by the planet security and asked what your business there is. Captain Vale.
Captain Vale of the Sixth Mission.
Yeah, we don't want it to be called
And in
Missouri.
uncharted space.
We're stewards.
I don't want to give stewards away right away. I get like halfway through the sentence and I just space out.
Plane is he looking at right now? We're fucking stewards.
With the stewards under Commander Kuthari.
And what business is it that you have here on Castorville?
Steward business.
All right. Don't cause any trouble.
They check your credentials and everything passes through, so you are cleared to enter the airspace you wish to enter. So this area you're going to is heavily forested. It is jungle. There really are no landing pads, so there's really not a place to put the ship down. You could probably find a place to put your little transport thing down.
And just have the ship hover?
Either hover in the atmosphere or hover in space.
I see.
I kind of like it, hovering in space, and then we dive bomb in with
With the transport?
the
Or the
suicide
Sheriff?
mobile. Yeah.
I wonder if the sheriff can do that.
I would think it can.
I mean, it is kind of like an anti-grav cart.
Can it not fly? I would think it.
No, it absolutely can fly.
I think that the Cherav more like hovers, I would think. I don't think it actually flies.
I guess I was picturing it wrong.
I assumed it was more like a ground vehicle that hovers above the ground.
Ah, gotcha.
Well,
But I can't say that's for true.
yeah, it has a 50 mile per hour speed, but it is a hover speed.
Okay.
So it is a hover vehicle.
So you'll either need to hire you'd be able to find a place that you can at least get close enough to the ground to get out. You might not be able to land exactly, but you can get out and get on terra firma.
I'd say we hire somebody to take us down there.
Yeah, you could do that. You could hire a shuttle to come out to space, get you and bring you down.
Yeah, let's hire a shuttle.
Easily able to do that. Fucking like space Uber.
Should we roll a percentage dice to see what our stars are for space Uber?
So you get a 2-star experience.
Oh, that's highly unfortunate.
But the driver will bring you down and drop you off near where this, to the only piece of civilization near where this beacon was. It is going to be a small village. It is industrialized. It's not like, treetop villages. There are buildings and technology and computers and vehicles and everything, but it's not very large. Probably only a few thousand people live here, and it is very much in the jungle. So you are dropped off at Space Tavern.
Space Tavern drop off. When we're getting Uber down here, can I ask the driver what city this is?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, get the basics out. How long has he been working for Uber? Does he like driving for him? All that stuff.
What does a person do for fun in this city?
Yeah. Any celebrities that you've taken on rides?
This town is called Zephyr Hills. It is a small town that most people here are employed in agriculture. They fish, they hunt, and they provide largely animal products and wood products to larger cities. The beacon, the coordinates, are going to be a couple miles to the east of here.
Into the city or away from the city?
Away from the city, into the jungle.
Away from the city. Crew, we ready for a scuffle right away?
If we have to be. And he'll kind of spin the coils on his coil rifle around. Just be like, here we go again, huh?
You guys get some looks. You look very strange for the people who would normally be in this town. Nobody stops you or tries to talk to you, but for, not two heavily armed people
And two nerds.
and two
And a
nerds.
nerd.
We're just making sure this old man gets to his hotel, okay?
Well, I figure if we could get the jump on them before the Uber driver runs straight to the Eoxian embassy and lets them know that we're here and on the way, let's spring these motherfuckers.
Are you just gonna head toward that beacon location?
Let's head straight
Coordinate?
for that beacon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are going to be going into the jungles. It is warm, but your suits generally have enviro controls to help try and keep you cool. It is not fun. It is very thick brush and heavy jungly things. As you start getting there, you see some things that look familiar. it looks like there are some, not like police tape, because of course they wouldn't use police tape, but like some police beacons, like stuck to poles that are in the ground that mark this off as like a crime scene. And they say, do not cross.
Do we see any like personnel about?
In your immediate vicinity, no.
Makes me want to cross them.
There's no such thing as knowledge local anymore.
I mean,
I have
not
a
really.
culture check.
Culture? Culture check. Go ahead and give me a culture check.
Yeah, I'm curious to know. I'll give one of those.
It's a natural 2 for a 13.
Whatever. 13, 18, 19, they're all good enough to know. These are very common things. And if you try and cross this barrier without authorization, or without like somebody to wave a thing in front of it, you're gonna get shocked.
Oh. We
Can I
got
like
We deactivate it. We hack it.
yeah,
Sure,
can I
you can
do
try and
a
hack it.
computer
Absolutely.
check?
Yeah, 100%.
23.
You have worked with these things many times in your employ with the stewards, and yes, you are able to deactivate this device.
Do I get the sense that it's going to send any sort of alarm out or anything like that, or we're good?
Whoever's monitoring it, if there's somebody monitoring it, they would get the information that a coordinate or a cordon of it has been deactivated. So maybe at some point,
Okay.
somebody come try and fix it.
If we're going to go, we should go now. 'Cause this, they can definitely see that this one is going to be turned off. So,
Well, then let's go. How far away are we from the target?
Let's say 300 yards. 300 yards.
Well, let's approach cautiously and quietly.
Give me some perception checks as you start to move.
yeah.
23.
So with a 23,
Hirsch gets 28.
Kirschka 28. So both of you here, if you listen, you hear the sounds of a vehicle approaching. You're not sure what kind of vehicle it is, something that's specifically meant to go through these jungles, you'd assume, coming toward the part in the barricade that you went through. But it does sound a ways off. You can hear it coming. It's very incongruous to the sounds of the jungle.
We're gonna have to take cover.
Okay.
Let's take cover and see if we can watch. See who's policing or patrolling this area.
How far do you want to go before you do take cover?
Close enough that we can still get sight on the drivers of the vehicle if possible.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Hiding now. 20 for Vale.
Hirsch looks around awkwardly, like,
Get down!
what do I do? And I just like hold a twig in front of my face.
Mr. President, get down!
First rolls a 1 and gets a 3. Even Mr. Bubbles does better, rolling a 10 and getting a 9. Verican, how the fuck? You roll a 2 and get a 20?
Yeah.
That
I
what
got
I'm
an
seeing
18
here?
bonus, yeah.
I rolled a goddamn
It's
9.
skill focus and the operative specialization that just fucking
That's
rocks it. So.
fucking insane.
Vale rolls a 19 and gets a 20, so there's a bit of disparity there.
Yeah, a bit.
So obviously Verican and Vale, you would notice that Mr. Bubbles is a little bit hidden and Kirsch is entirely not hidden.
He's staring at a rock. If I can't see them, they can't see me.
So you continue to get the vehicle approaching.
Kirsch, you're so bad at this. Get down. We can't make their rolls better.
You can aid them in hiding.
I
Go
guess
there.
I'll throw some leaf cover on.
Well, I'll let Kirsch re-roll it if you inform him that he is not hiding well.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, definitely. Kirsch, you need to get down, take cover. Actually, bend your knees, hide behind some bushes, and be quiet.
Hirsch will get a 17 after taking heed of his colleagues.
That's much better. That's much better.
Can you see that?
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Damn it.
It's really bad.
It went poorly.
You got a 6.
Anyway, there's the perception check of the local authority who shows up.
Oh, that's nice.
He's gonna look around and just be like, "God damn kids, getting too old for this."
Right.
He kicks the post like these things are pieces of junk, and he hits a few buttons, and you can see he turns back on the thing, and he gets back on his. It's definitely like a little speeder bike, so it can maneuver in and out of the jungle, and he takes off again.
Oh, are we talking? Is it a Lashunta?
Yeah, it'd be a
Not to
Lashunta.
Okay, now I just want to was it an Eoxian?
No,
It's not.
a Lashunta for sure.
Okay.
I feel like Farrakhan just had his coil rifle just like trained on him the whole time, like eyes wide, like, oh, you son of a bitch.
Make a move.
Yeah.
Make a move.
Make my day, you bastard.
He's just doing his job. He's just doing his job.
Kill him!
Just wait. Once he clears, where does he drive towards? Is he driving towards where this signal is?
He heads back north. So he would have come from the north, and then you are heading west. He would have come from the north. Yes.
So west from the city.
Yeah, west from the city. I believe I said east at first, but that was wrong. It's west.
It's west. Okay, so we go west from the city, come across this crime scene tape,
Yep.
and the guy came from the north.
Yeah, the
And
guy
we're
came-
still heading west, though.
You're still heading west.
Let's keep moving west then.
Okay, so another 100 yards, and you see a small river. As you approach this river, everybody go ahead and give me some perception checks. Now go ahead and place yourselves in what order you would be, but basically you'd be where Vale is right now.
Dibs on the front.
Yeah, not me in the front.
Kirsch gets a 29 perception.
Yeah, that's the best one here. And that is good. Kirsch, you don't know the fauna of this planet, really.
Don't I, though?
But I would almost imagine that as you're here, like you're looking at your little tablet, like reading about the local fauna of this place, like as you go. I can imagine that's a thing Kirsch would do.
Yeah, he'd be like looking through and like he'd like take a picture of it and it'd like search the database and they'd be like, oh, this is a such and such.
So you see a very strange looking little thing. It almost looks like an animal. It looks like it has a single eye that's looking at you, almost like a little eel. It's light blue. It blends in pretty well. You actually see a couple of them. And you take a picture of it and you put it into your little thing. And ordinarily I'd give you a check to know what this is, but I just like that so much that you're just like Googling it, which is hilarious. And it comes back telling you that this is an appendage of a capon.
A capon?
When Kirsch starts reading about capons, why don't you go ahead and give me a life science check? Goodness,
27.
goodness gracious. So a capon is an aquatic or amphibious creature. Its face is covered in a bunch of short tentacles, each with their own eyeball and mouth. And what it does is it can detach them and send them out to spy on things and watch for approaching prey. You realize that as you see this, it is a capon appendage.
And where is it? Is it there's off the side?
There's a couple of them just along the path. Yeah, just off the path.
Captain, I do believe that there's a capon nearby.
I'm sorry, Gersh. A capon? I've never heard of such a thing.
I will do my
Oh.
best to describe it.
Crew hold.
Does everybody stop? Bubbles and Varican?
Yeah.
It literally is like completely detached from its body.
Completely detached. You can try and get closer to it if you wished.
Bubbles, can you grab that?
Do you try and grab it?
Sure.
As you move towards it, it starts to slither away from you toward the water.
Gersh, is this some sort of aquatic
What is it?
Imagine a light blue lamprey, but on the top of its head, like right at the end, is an eyeball.
Does it look menacing at all?
Not really.
I mean, it's
Gersh.
an appendage of a creature.
Curse just asked me to grab it, though.
Kirsch asks you to grab it.
I shoot it.
Ah, okay.
Sure. Why
Go
not?
ahead and roll an attack at it.
Miss it the first time and just don't even bother with the second to shoot it.
Well, it was running away from me. Like, fuck that.
Reminder to self: don't run away from Mr. Bubbles
He will shoot you.
when he wants. to grab.
17 to hit K.
You hit it. Go ahead and deal damage.
7.
It looks like you blow it in half, and the front half of it continues to try and wriggle back toward the water. And as soon as you do that, you hear a bunch of from all the other ones as they shoot back toward the water. And that will
Full
begin
auto.
initiative.
I switched my assault rifle into full auto.
Nobody can see it yet, but Bubbles, you are first to act as all these little appendages are starting to swim away or crawl away.
How far away are they all?
As a free action, Kirsch goes to say, based on their path, I would assume that the creature is in the water.
like, what's this water? Is it like a river, a stream? How wide? How deep?
It is exactly as it looks on the map. It is not particularly deep. I'd say at most it's probably like 3 feet deep there. Yeah, it's just a little creek.
Nothing that'll like sweep you away.
Nothing that'll sweep you away. No,
Well, not bubbles at least. Maybe
Veil.
I'm really tempted to flip my assault rifle over into automatic.
And just spray at them all.
Just spray a fucking cone. Or I just want to toss a grenade in there. I'm between the two. Full auto or my automatic, the issue is I actually still have to roll attacks. Even though it's a cone.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming they all concealment bullshit.
Not necessarily. I thought about how combat with these things would go if you guys decided to attack them, and they don't even have an AC. They do have an HP, but that's about it. So I'm just gonna make it up.
Okay, well then I swap it over into automatic and make the full attack.
All right, let's see it.
So it's a 40-foot cone. Uses all my ammunition. Roll 1 attack against each target in the cone.
We'll say there's
actually would get all the way out into the river.
yeah. We'll say there's 5 of them.
I would only be able to attack 11 of them. So there's only 5 of them. That works. I attack those 5.
And you can't see. I mean, you can make an assumption, as Kirsch has said, that the creature is in the water, but you can't see it.
Can't see it. Okay. It hasn't appeared.
Do I make the attack with my full, the single, or the full? Well, does that make a full attack?
If you make it a full attack, then I would assume that you're taking
that is the
negatives.
multi-attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, they don't have an AC, so I'm just saying anything that's not a 1 hits. So you hit 4 of the 5 of them.
Let's just not include that one, man.
So
The damage is the same for all, which will be 8 damage.
Mr. Bubbles lets loose with his automatic rifle and makes mincemeat of these little eel things. 4 of them do manage to still crawl back into the water with large chunks missing out of them. As soon as Mr. Bubbles has done that, a creature appears and starts coming out of the water towards you.
Elect!
I mean, I feel like that was within the 40 feet of me.
Yeah, but it had concealment.
But I'm firing a full auto.
Okay.
They're an
It
automatic.
should have had a 50%.
Would it be a 50% miss chance? All right, I'll give you a 50% miss chance on it. Go ahead and roll an attack for that thing.
You can't fucking roll.
Yeah, you know.
So my rolls here were a 14, a 16, 7, 9, 1, 4, 4, 5.
Yeah, it was bad.
It started okay.
Look at this thing. It's like a coral beast, 4-legged, long crocodile tail with a head made of slimy snakes. Yeah, it's really gross.
Yeah. Well, it moves up and it's going to attack probably the guy that just fired full auto at it. So it tries to bite you. All of those appendages like open up and there's a mouth inside of them. And yeah, it goes after you, Mr. Bubbles. Going to get a 22 to hit your KAC.
Yeah, it's.
Looks like it does. And will deal you 20 damage.
What the fuck?
Oh, dude.
That was a bad roll, too. That was an average roll.
Verican, your turn.
Shit.
Oh my god. Seeing Mr. Bubbles get fucking rocked by that, I'm going to move back 35. I'm going to move back 40 feet. As that, I'm going to go ahead and do a stealth roll against this. 33 beat its CR plus 20.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and shoot at it here with my gun. 16 to hit.
I'm afraid that will miss.
That's not good, boys.
You had a bunch of
Yeah,
star points.
I'll use a star point on that if Dave
All right.
will allow it.
Yeah, absolutely.
22.
22 hits.
There we go, thank God. Okay, so it's going to be 11 damage, and then this is the trick attack damage here.
Okay.
So 12 damage total.
Okay.
And then it's my turn.
After Verican shoots it, it's Kirsch.
So we're headed towards the coordinates, which we think might have another drift factory, right?
Yes.
So I don't want to waste all of my spells, but I think we'll start off with just seeing what this thing can do with the mind thrust.
Ooh, it gets a 7 on its will save.
That is a big old failure. This is just a level 1 mind thrust. That's some of my best damage yet. 11 out of 2d10.
It's not bad.
And then I suppose I have a move action. Actually, I have to probably be about right there to cast the spell. So I will stay there.
Vale.
Vale will step up to Mr. Bubbles. And Mr. Bubbles, do you have your Dashko out right now, or you still have your weapon
assault
out?
rifle.
My dash goes in my back.
I'm going to cast Venomous Weapon on Mr. Bubbles' Dashko. The next 5 attacks you make with it are going to be, they're going to need to make a fortitude save or else become sickened. You have 5 attempts. And that's my turn.
Mr. Bubbles.
Mr. Bubbles drops his assault rifle and quick draws out his dodge coat. I take a swing. There's a 28 to hit.
You hit.
Shit damage roll. 13 damage, and then give me a fortitude save. What's the save for that?
In 19.
It fails with a 16.
That means it is sickened for 2d4 rounds.
Got 6 on 2d4.
6. All right. So it will take a bite at you, Mr. Bubbles. Again, it opens that weird mouth with all those little lampreys on it, and it gets a 14 to hit.
Nope.
It misses. We move on to Verikin. That's all it can do.
I'm actually going to stay where I'm at then. And I'm doing 2 attacks on him then.
You're soon.
Oh,
shit.
baby. That's a 17 for a 21, and then a natural 20 on the other one.
So that's a hit and a crit.
Yeah, that's fucking nice.
Fucking big guns. That's an awesome full attack. Oh, Venzi.
26 damage to it.
Oh,
It's dead.
those D6 rolls are brutal.
And then my other attack, 14 more damage to
You
it.
shoot its corpse.
You just did 40 damage to it.
Fucking what?
Hell yeah, man.
4th level operative.
Yeah. Wow. Look, this fucking gun is infinitely better than my pistol because it just adds another d6 to it without being unwieldy. So,
Obviously.
yeah. Hell yeah, man. We fucking killed it.
That went quick. Yeah. So, Verikin, what type of gun is it you're using?
Coil rifle.
A coil rifle.
Yeah.
Verikin's lines up his shot. Bam, bam. Both of the bullets just right through this thing's. Does it have a head? It must have a head somewhere amongst all those tentacles. And yeah, it just collapses to the ground and slides into the river.
Plot drops, laughs, investigations, clever schemes, discovering traps, exotic set locations, crazy ass monsters, and big crits. This session had it all. Will I be able to maintain this high level of quality? Don't count on it, but find out next time as we continue.
MNmaxed in space.
And until then, may you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.